Hey, what is up guys? I'm going to be telling you why the SA87 sucks in multiplayer. First off, it starts with a lot of dying, and even more dying. So, overall, it's not the best of guns. It's one of the worst in multiplayer in my opinion. It's okay in Warzone at times, but really it only has one strength in multiplayer, and let's get into that strength, and we'll also talk about the negatives, so just stay tuned. It's about to be a fire video. So I'm going to separate this video into a positive side and a negative side. I'm going to talk about the positives of the gun and the negatives of the gun in multiplayer. So yeah, let's get into it. Alright, first up for the positives, we got it's faster than most LMGs. And yes, this is true. Rate of fire is about average, maybe a little bit on the slower side with this gun, but the ADS is faster than most of them, and the reload speed is quite a bit faster as well. So it just moves a little bit faster, but when you're comparing it to other guns such as ARs, it's still very slow. Alright, next up we got it's amazing if you hit your headshots. This is very true. The only time where this gun really shines and is really good is when you hit headshots. It is a 2-hit kill every time when you hit your headshots. It does 51 damage, and that is higher than most, if not all, guns in the game. I don't think it's all, but the vast majority. So yeah, it's really good if you hit your headshots. Basically in every other category though, I don't think it's very good. Alright, next up, the final positive that we have for this gun is it has low recoil if you put the right attachments on it. So the base gun, however, has a pretty high amount of recoil, and it is very difficult to use at times. But if you put the right attachments on it that stabilize the recoil, it can have a pretty low amount of recoil, and it can be very accurate towards the end. So I would definitely suggest focusing on the accuracy of the gun when you're adding attachments to it. So yeah. Alright, now we have the negatives of the gun. So to start off, it has a slow ADS. And yes, you could increase the ADS by, tweaking a few attachments here and there, but it's also very inaccurate as the base gun, like I just stated. So it's either you work on the stability and the recoil reduction, or you focus on the ADS. And I mean, play your own way, but I think I'd prefer, especially for an LMG, to have it more stable. Alright, our second negative that we have is that the SA87 has a slow reload time. And yes, again, it is an LMG, but compared to other guns such as ARs and SMGs, it still has a slow reload time. It has a 2.24 second reload time, when most SMGs, have like 1.7, and then ARs are even faster than that. Their average is like 1.5. So yeah, it still has a slow reload time compared to other guns, and even though it's an LMG, you can't just give it a pass. It still has to be good in some areas, and this gun lacks in areas that it's supposed to be good at, areas that LMGs are supposed to be good at. Alright, our third negative for the SA87 is the rate of fire. The rate of fire is slow. It is the slowest of any LMG in the game, and the rounds per minute is only 600, which is slower than pretty much every AR except for ones like the Foul and the Odin. And yeah, going on to damage, for having that slow of a rate of fire, it only has a 30 round mag, which is a huge problem. It's the smallest of any LMG, and the ADS isn't even that fast, so why have such a small mag? So yeah, the damage isn't high unless you hit your headshots. Alright, this brings us to our fourth negative for the SA87, and that is the damage. The damage is low unless you hit your headshots. It's a 2 to 4 hit kill, the 2 hit being if you got your headshots. But yeah, its damage isn't the best, and for how slow the ADS is and just how it moves, and on paper this gun doesn't sound terrible, but when you actually use it, I don't know if it's just like I'm just really bad with it, but other people don't like it as well, and I've had some decent games with it, and I just feel like I was getting lucky a lot, and I don't think this gun is very good, so that's why it's in this video. At the end, I would end up giving this gun, the SA87, a 4 out of 10. It has its moments, it can be decent, but overall it's pretty inconsistent and isn't the best gun. thank you guys for watching. If you haven't seen any of our videos before, I'm kind of trying out a new type of video, and I had a lot of fun making it, so just tell me what you thought of it in the comments. If there's anything I need to change, please tell me. But yeah, I had a lot of fun making it. Please like and subscribe, and the reason you should subscribe is because we make awesome content, and it's about Call of Duty, and sometimes we play some other games. So yeah.